Okay, I wanted to welcome everyone to a brief talk about why to meditate. And what I'll be doing throughout this, not in this order, but part of the talk is a talk. It's a didactic lecture about what is a problem that mankind faces and how does meditate help solve that problem. The other, to give you an experiential understanding of what meditation is about, I'll be doing two guided meditations, a long, slow breath, which will trigger the relaxation response, and a body scan, which helps with concentration. It could be something you could use to go to sleep. At the end of the body scan, there'll be some affirmations, from positive psychology, some affirmations that you can do at the end of the exercise that kind of get a feeling of, instill you with a feeling of gratitude. Okay, let me see. If you're not muted, could you mute? Okay, let me go ahead and take you through the long, slow breath. Find a position that you feel comfortable with. It can be, if you like, to be lying down. It can be helpful if you have no back problems to sit in an erect and dignified posture, feet flat on the ground, hands on your knees or thighs. And if you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. And first of all, just check in with yourself. Notice, are there thoughts, things you're worrying about or things you're happy about? What are you thinking about? What's going on in your mind? What's your emotional state? Are you happy or sad, anxious or relaxed? And now get in touch with your body. What's the felt sense of your body? Is your chest tight or relaxed? Is your forehead tight or relaxed? See if you can actually relax your forehead. Relax your chest. And what I'd like you to do now is breathe long, slow, and deep. Breathe in through your nostrils. Breathe out through your mouth. Count to 3 as you breathe in, and count to 3 as you breathe out. And what I'll be doing is slowly encouraging you to increase the depth of your breathing. Increase your count to 4. And see if you aren't able to breathe just a little bit more deeply. Now, if you feel comfortable breathing to the count of 4, increase to the count of 5. And if you find that stressful, go back down to 4. And at your own pace, when you feel that you'd like to increase the count, increase the count. If you stretch too much, decrease it. But breathe as deeply as you can without straining. And now, in addition, as you breathe in through your nostrils, see if you can get a felt sense of the breath. What does it actually feel like? Is the air hot or cold? Do you feel it at the tip of your nostrils or far back? Really pay attention. Concentrate on your nostrils. As you breathe in, see where you can feel the breath. And as you breathe out, notice the air going over your lips. As you breathe out through your mouth, can you feel the moisture? Can you feel the warmth or cold? Now, if you like to, stop the counting and just get the felt sense of the breath. Or if you prefer, you can continue counting, or you can just count and not have a felt sense of the breath, whatever helps keep you focused. Eventually, there may be a wave of experience, a thought, an emotion, a pain. Whenever this happens, just bring your focus back to your breath. You're practicing awareness. You're becoming aware when your mind wanders, becoming an objective observer of what your mind is doing. When it wanders, you know it's wandering, and you can redirect it back. You're building the mental discipline to stay focused on your breath. Continue to breathe long, slow, and deep. Getting the felt sense of your breath. And now, breathe naturally. And if you'd like to, stretch out. And now check in with yourself. Have the thoughts relaxed? They changed? Have they stopped? Is your chest tight or relaxed? Is your forehead tight or relaxed? What we just did is a deep breathing exercise. It triggers the relaxation response. Without solving any problems, without thinking about anything, it can get you to a sense of peace and relaxation. And the counting can stop your mind from the negative thoughts. You're focused on the counting. And the slow breathing is what triggers the relaxation response, which decreases your heart rate and blood pressure. I recommend that you do this at the beginning of every meditation, maybe before and after any stressful events. In the morning when you wake up, it's good to start out with a day with a positive mental attitude. This can help. Or before you go to sleep, you can get your mind off the problems of the day. Now I want to give a little, we just had an experiential. I want to talk a little bit about what the problem is that meditation is working to solve. Unfortunately for all of us, there are always unwanted circumstance. It can be disease, financial hardship, relationship problems. And usually when this happens, we begin to develop a narrative about it. Life's not fair, woe is me, I should have, I could have, if only, my life's over. The thoughts and the experience has a physiological impact to you, gets your heart rate up, adrenaline flowing. And it can increase your blood pressure and heart rate, tightness in the chest. And this becomes a cycle. As you have a tight feeling in your chest, you tend to think negative thoughts. The negative thoughts drive the physiological response. The physiological response drives the thoughts, and you're in a loop. And this can happen. You have what we call monkey mind. And I don't know, sometimes with the stories going on in your head might look like this. But often the stories we tell are not helpful. They're not true. They're distracting. Sometimes we catastrophize situations. We do self-destructive comparisons. But meditation, what it allows us to do is we really are cultivating awareness. When I ask you if you notice your mind is wandering, what thoughts are going on, once we're conscious that something's gone wrong, once we're conscious that there are thoughts, once we have this awareness, you can make it a lot easier for you to stop the reactivity and do something more constructive. The relaxation response in all meditations, like, are triggered by the long, slow breathing, but just focusing on the body, like we're going to do next, can relax the body and give you a feeling of relaxation. And if something goes wrong, you're much better off in a relaxed state than if you're upset. And when we focus on present moment experience, whether it's the breath or the body, we get grounded, it stops the narratives. Also, the way our mind works, and it's part of modern Western psychology, is we're Teflon for good experiences, Velcro for bad. And we can just, whatever the worst thing that happened is usually what we'll repeat to ourselves and repeat in our mind. So it can be helpful to every once in a while think about what the things you're grateful for. And you can have an exercise in doing that. And in the next guided meditation, I'll take you through the positive affirmation of just saying thank you throughout the day can make you feel better. But understanding how your mind works, it's not enough. There's a difference between understanding what's going on, the wisdom, and embodying it. We've all heard the quote, the serenity prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I don't know, I notice in my life, it can be a red light. I know this is true, but when a red light comes, when something goes wrong, I get triggered. I know it doesn't do me any good. I'd be better off with serenity, but I don't live by it. And what stands in the way of embodying this wisdom is your emotions take charge, and meditation can help you gain control over the mind. So one of the things in my toolkit, one of the things that I practice is meditation. But medication can help, psychological support can help, spiritual beliefs can help, exercise, friends, good diet. And just having, some people have a good positive disposition and don't run into this problem. But meditation isn't easy. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes practice, it takes determination, it takes grit. I think we'd all prefer if we could just take a pill and all our problems would go away. And, you know, sometimes good pills do help, but this also, there are downsides to taking the pills. They can be addictive, they can slow you down. If you can do it with meditation, it can be better than doing it through medication. And I wanted to give an example of another guided meditation. I'll be doing the body scan. And what I'd like you to do is, again, find a comfortable position to meditate in. And for me, it's having my feet flat on the ground, hands on my knees or thighs. And if you feel comfortable, gently close your eyes. And now do a check-in. What's going on in your mind? Are you nervous, upset? What thoughts are you thinking? And then you do the long, slow, deep breathing. Count up as fast as you want to. Whenever you want to get the felt sense, do that. But breathe long, slow, and deep. Either count or not count. Count as high as you feel comfortable with. And get a felt sense of the breath if you can. Now, what I'd like you to do is focus on the top of your head. We're going to do a body scan. Notice the felt sensation on the top of your head. Notice whether the top of your head is tense or relaxed, and relax it if you can. And keep focusing on it long enough to really get the felt sense. Breathe naturally. Don't try and count. All the focus is on the sensation at the top of the head. Focus on it for at least one full breath. Now your forehead. Focus on the forehead. Notice if it's relaxed or tense. Relax it if you can, and get a felt sense of the forehead. From now on, I'll just call out a different part of your body. When I do, focus on that part. Notice if it's relaxed or tense. Relax it if you can. Get the felt sense of it. And really stay with the sensation for at least a couple breaths. Right eyebrow. Left eyebrow. both eyebrows, right eyelid, with your right eyelid, notice if you can feel the liquid in your eye. Left eyebrow, left eyelid, both eyelids, inside of the nostrils, outside of the nostrils. The skin between your nose and your lips, your upper lip, the skin in your mouth above the lip, the gums in your upper palate, your teeth in your upper palate, your tongue, the gums on the lower palate. You may not feel anything, but try, focus. Teeth in the lower palate, your lower lip, your right ear, your left ear, both ears, together. And then at your own pace, do your right arm, shoulder, underarm, biceps, elbow, forearm, wrist, palm, outside of the fingers, thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. At your own pace. When you're finished with your right arm, do your left arm. And now just breathe naturally. Stop focusing on the body. Just smile and keep repeating to yourself, thank you, thank you, thank you. And think about the things you're grateful for. Notice the felt sense you have when you really are grateful for things. As you think of the people you love, your grandchildren, children, spouse, the things that inspire you, your teachers, the beauty of nature. Notice how you feel and savor that sense of gratitude, happiness, and joy. And with the affirmation of thank you, thank you, thank you, you might be able to bring that back again, that sense of gratitude. And when you're ready, stretch out. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And hopefully after doing the body scan, you should feel more relaxed and peaceful, possibly even sleepier. You get grounded. Did it stop the monkey mind? And this is a wonderful exercise, what I just took you through to help you go to sleep and stay asleep or do before and after stressful events. And if you have any questions, you can contact me at stan@stanleymerrill.com. And thank you for your kind attention. And let me see. And I'll stop the recording now.